Good evening, everyone. This is Ryan Hoyme, aka Massage Nerd, and tonight we have somebody back for a second time by popular demand, right? Patrick from the Nayada Institute. So I said that right, right?
You said it right.
Okay.
Ryan.
Yeah, it's a first time.
Great.
So I've been seeing you a lot lately. So virtually every conference you're going to now. So you're making quite a headway and everything, right?
Yeah. The conferences have been great this year. New England conference. We just did the American Massage Conference. It was a great success. We were well received, and we've got the World Massage Festival coming up in about another 5-6 weeks or so. Excited about that, and of course we do the Canadian conference in Burlington, which is great also. So conferences are a lot of fun.
Yeah, and with the American Massage Conference, I think wasn't it a less than a month before it started, you were added, wasn't it?
Uh, yeah, and
Yeah, and you had a full class too, so it was nice.
yeah, we had a full class, and we ended up setting up a course in Atlanta in October, and we have like 15 people registered right now in it, and more people are coming in every day for that. So it was the Body Saver massage method was well received, so I'm excited.
And where did you get your initial training at?
You know, my initial massage therapy training started with Ohashi in New York City with shiatsu. I got introduced to shiatsu massage through my yoga training. I've been teaching yoga for quite a few years, and I was at a yoga conference, and Ohashi was there. And he did a 4-hour hands-on introduction to shiatsu massage, and I was sold. That was it. And I had a very successful wood stove and fireplace business ongoing at the time, and then that's when I decided I was going to add in being a licensed massage therapist. So I went to the Florida School of Massage and graduated there because they had a New York State approved curriculum. And so in 1993, I sat for my New York State boards, and when I was in Florida, we got introduced to a lot of interesting modalities and techniques, and kind of like after class stuff, which was kind of cool, Feldenkrais and things like that, and active isolated stretching, and I like that because of my background in yoga. So I started teaching that, and that was fairly successful for a while, and then I saw a video in the late 80s. A colleague of mine from Rochester introduced me to Thai yoga massage, and that was it for me. Had to go to Thailand and get trained as a teacher for that. So my background has been in movement, kind of Eastern approaches to philosophy and medicine and massage and body work, and kind of incorporated a lot of that now into my work.
Great. And Gloria Coppola just chimed in. She says hi.
Hi, Gloria.
Yeah. So, do people teach different in Thailand, would you say?
Teach different in Thailand
Compared to your training here in the United States? And
well, you know, they have a method that's been developed over many, many hundreds, if not thousands of years. So it's kind of like a style that doesn't change a lot, but it's wonderful in its own right because it's been so fully developed. But I think what Americans and what I like to do is add things into it, some innovations, so to speak. And for example, you know, Thai massage is wonderful for its compressions along the energy channels that are done with palms and thumbs. Well, you know, we don't need any more palm and thumb work in our work to hurt or injure ourselves. So I like to incorporate more. Instead of a palm, if I can use my knee or a forearm or an elbow or a fist, I'm going to do that. So that's where the Body Saver method comes in. So, you know, we're not shortening our careers with such a wonderful modality.
yeah, and with Thai massage, I mean, that is honestly, it feels like a lot of work too. I mean, lot of my students complain that they feel it feels like a workout in a way too.
Well, yeah, Thai, if it's done, we're talking Thai for the floor now,
Yeah,
done
yeah,
traditionally,
yeah.
how it's done traditionally. And yeah, it can be a bit of a workout. Now, that can be good in some ways where you feel like, it has a little bit of a light workout. Um, but you have to be mindful of your knees and, your back and things like that. And that's why having a good floor mat is important. But adapting it to the table has been something that's been a real passion of mine. And for those people who don't work on the floor or don't want to work on the floor, who have knee issues or whatever, it's quite a beautiful modality to do on the massage table as well. But doing it on the floor has its own cool aspects too. But it's not for everyone. No modality is.
No, yeah, and with do you see a lot of people trying to incorporate Thai on the table?
Um, when you see a lot of when you say a lot of people, what do you mean?
I mean, do you see it more popular on the floor or on the table, would you say?
Well, I don't know. It's really hard to say. It's a good question. I haven't done a study of that. It's gaining a lot of popularity on the table. I get a lot of inquiries for it. A lot of students are coming to my classes for Thai for the table. And I actually do call it Thai for the table for a reason rather than Thai on the table, because I actually don't get on the table, stand or kneel or get right over the top of the client. I do all the work with at least 1 foot on the floor, maybe a knee up, but most of the moves, the over 200 movements, can be done quite easily, without having to climb up and get on the table with the client.
And is there certain tables that are better suited for that then?
You want to? Good question. I wouldn't say so. I know a couple of manufacturers have very low, very wide tables. I had the opportunity to work on one once. It was an Oakworks product, and they still have it. And it's very neat because it goes down to like 12 inches in height. And also it's very wide and very strong, so you actually can get up on it quite easily and stand on it and stuff, but it's still lightweight. So it's kind of a neat a way of doing this type of work without having to get directly on the table. So there's tools out there, that make the ergonomics accessible for people, no matter what their body type are.
And then you also invented a little bench. Can you explain about that?
Well, yeah, I invented this the Body Saver bench for Thai massage on the floor, so I wouldn't have to get on the floor as much, and I could use my feet more effectively. One of the things I love to do is use my feet. It's one of the things about shiatsu and Thai massage that I love. But when you use your feet, you're either sitting on the floor using your feet, or you're standing, which means you're balancing on one leg and using 1 foot. Well, I just don't find everybody has that level of balance, and it's just more difficult to do that, right? So I said, well, if I could sit and straddle the client, be directly over them, I would need some sort of a bench to do that. So that's what I designed, the Body Saver bench. I do entire 90-minute treatments now with my clients. And teach it now in my Part 2 Thai certification training. People get several hours of training on the Body Saver bench. So it's nice to be able to use both feet, sit comfortably, which takes the pressure off your back, and use the bench in a lot of different ways. You can use the bench for balance. You can stand directly on the client, holding onto the bench, and of course all of that is on the website. You can see things and how it's used, but it's a fun thing to use. But the other aspect of the bench is you can do all the really cool foot techniques on the massage table with your client on the table, with you sitting on the Body Saver bench, so that you're actually higher than the table height with the sturdy bench, and it gives you some a place of stability, and handholds and an adjustable seat, so that you have your feet available and your hands simultaneously, and it creates a whole new way of doing body work.
And what is the weight capacity for those?
It's pretty much unlimited. I asked a friend of mine who weighs in excess of 250 pounds to try to break it, and he couldn't. So it's pretty heavy duty. Like the seat's made of 3/4 inch plywood, and it's heavily used heavy duty density foam and heavy duty density Naugahyde, because you slide left and right on it, which is kind of neat. So you can come in at different angles, and the framework is made out of a Schedule 40 furniture grade PVC a pipe, so it's pretty indestructible.
Yeah. And just to let you,
it collapses, and I have a carry bag for it, so you can take it out. It's quite portable.
How much weight is it?
It weighs about 24, 25 pounds.
Okay, so like a good sized massage table then, probably.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just to let you know, your Skype is all locked up, but we're not going to mess with it because I'm afraid to lose you. So.
We've lost the video?
Yeah, but I can just see you, so that's all I can see, okay? So.
Okay, good. It's just that my lips aren't moving then.
Right? Yep. And sometimes that's a good thing.
Well, it probably is. Don't start with me, Ryan. This could go south in a heartbeat.
Oh, that's right. You're from New York, so I'll be careful.
Ooh, Buffalo.
Oh, sorry. And where can you buy that bench at then?
You can just go to my website and click on and order one.
Okay. Do you sell them anyplace else then too?
Yeah, at the shows. They're popular at the shows. I always sell a few at the conventions and conferences. People get to try them out, see it in action, how easy it is to use, how lightweight it is, and that, wow, didn't know I could use my feet in a table massage without climbing up onto the table. Well, sure, you put your client in side-lying position, and their back and their hips and their legs are all ready to, are available, so why not,
And your booth, it always seems to like to be one of the most popular because you're always giving little demos constantly and stuff. And
yeah, well, it's a part of what we do, but it certainly isn't the main thrust. Actually, like in the Body Saver No Thumbs course, there's techniques on the DVD and there's techniques in the workbook. But in the 16 hours of training, actually, we focus on the fist and the forearm and the elbow and the knees and knuckles and things like that. So we don't actually incorporate the footwork. That'll be a whole separate body of work that'll be coming available next year as far as DVDs and things like that goes.
So how many DVDs you got out total now?
Well, right now we've got the Advanced Chair Massage DVD. That's been out about 8 or 10 months now, and I just came out with the Body Saver No Thumbs DVD. We introduced that at Atlanta, and at the World Massage Festival coming up in a few weeks, we'll be introducing our Thai for the Table DVD, and that'll probably be a 2 DVD set. There's a lot of techniques, over 240 movements in that. So I'm excited to have my third DVD available, and we're working on a fourth one, which will be sideline position work, both working with lubricant and working dry, fully clothed. So there'll be a lot of technique there.
Okay. And then with the actual weight on the table, so you never ever have your full body weight on there, right?
Yes.
Okay. So have you ever tried it, your full body on the tables at all? I mean, or you just don't feel comfortable doing that then?
I just feel if I get on the table with my client, or my knee could slip off. If I'm standing, my foot could slip off, or something like that. I wouldn't feel comfortable or balanced. I mean, let's face it, you're balancing on 2 or 3 inches of foam, rubber, and vinyl. That doesn't bode well for stability. And then, yeah, so it's just that, I have a different approach. to using my feet in table or floor work.
And it's my understanding that your classes that you teach, that it's mostly all hands-on then, right?
Yeah, yeah, 99% is hands-on work, and you know, a lot of the work is about bringing the tissue into the pressure, and that's where the range of motion and joint manipulation work comes in combination with you know, the deep tissue work that you can get with other than using your thumbs.
Okay. And then what is this more Thai massage based then? Is there any other cultures that tied into it at all?
Well, you know, my work is heavily influenced by Thai because, you know, in Thai massage you use body weight and momentum to deliver the pressure. Okay, and you see that in some other modalities too, shiatsu and things like that. And that to me makes a lot of sense. So if you're using body weight and momentum, you're using gravity to your best advantage, which means you're going to have a lot less chance of you know, wearing yourself out using too much energy. But also, it's a different type of pressure, a different feel. People describe it in a lot of ways, like more complete or more secure. So that's kind of nice. And the work a lot of time is done with a rocking motion. So in order to deliver that kind of pressure, your body has to be moving more rather than locked in one place. You're flowing, so to speak, from movement to movement. Your knees are slightly bent, and in those types of positions, you can shuffle your feet and move around, which means you have better access to your client's body and better access to getting into positions to deliver pressure with, let's say, your forearm or your fist or your elbow. So we're using core strength, using our arms straight as much as possible, using the torso to support the arm if possible, using a rocking motion, which can be very sedating. It's another thing about delivering the pressure that way. And clients love it, and therapists usually report things like, you know, they can do more work, deeper, more effectively with less energy expended, and that they don't feel like at the end of the day that they're worn out, and they can actually have a life beyond their massage therapy practice rather than being, you know, dealing with injuries or pain from working, you know, overusing their thumbs, let's say, or their wrists, or using muscular strength.
And then you also make up a lot of different cool names for the techniques too.
Well, yeah, like in the Body Saver course, you know, we call it, you know, like you're using your built-in power tools, okay? So in fact, I used to call it the power tools of massage, and I kind of got shot down on the name after a while. People were getting confused on power tools. They thought maybe it was electric tools or something. But you know, like using your elbow with great control. Let's say it's a major power tool, right? So in, let's say, the Body Saver No Thumbs course, if you're using your table properly and you're leaning against it, we call that ergonomics. You know, having the right table height and leaning against it, you can deliver elbow pressure with the lightest or the deepest amount of pressure that you want under complete control. Same thing with the forearm, or same thing with the knee or the knuckles. And that's where I think the ergonomics, the body positioning, and those types of things make a difference for therapists. So, you know, it's like, oh, I never, you know, I called it the No Thumbs Deep Tissue course for a while. And if you think about it, you know, it doesn't have to always be deep, although a lot of people like deep pressure. And of course, that's why delivering that pressure
Yeah.
without your thumbs is important if you want to have a long career.
Yeah, it's sad the average therapist sometimes doesn't stay in the field long too, just because either injuries or not making enough money.
Well, yeah, the statistics are pretty horrifying. Something like 41% of massage therapists have reported injuries from their work, or lost work time, lost hours, and things like that. And a lot of those things don't get reported. Massage therapists are concerned for their, for their job, and if they keep complaining about being injured, whatever. So it's not a healthy place to be if you're injured and you're trying to work when, you want to do your very best. And a lot of therapists say, that's an issue for them, to have to deal with psychologically when someone comes in and wants deep tissue work, and you know that you're going to hurt yourself to do it because you don't have the skills or training, then that's not a good mental, emotional place to be. So, we don't have a tolerance for that here at the Nayada Institute. So, there's other ways around this, so that's where being innovative and creative and using your built-in power tools, so to speak, comes in. And that's why I love teaching my courses, because people leave going, wow, I can do all the heavy work I need to do, and not be hurt, or exhausted.
And how do you talk clients into this kind of treatment? Because again, most people think massage, you have to get unclothed, and it's more Swedish massage and stuff. So what kind of things do you do?
When I'm doing, let's say if they come in for a regular table massage, I'll start incorporating using my fists and forearms and elbows and stuff, and I do stay in contact with them about how much pressure they want and all of that. But they don't seem to know. If I have my knee in the hip or something like that, or a lot of people say, well, I couldn't tell much difference if it was your forearm or something like that. So over the years, my clients have definitely been my guinea pigs as I've developed and created the different courses that I offer.
And do you ever miss your past profession at all?
No, because when I had the stove business, I was doing a lot of teaching, teaching people how to use wood heat. And so I've always been a teacher. And, I got interested in yoga in the early 80s. And it wasn't very long I was into that, where I said, gee, I want to teach this, So there was a teacher in there a long time ago. And he keeps blossoming, and it's really kind of cool. And it's a beautiful thing to do. And one of the things I've been incorporating lately is bringing on assistants and people who are interested in the work, and watching them, not only assist but learn to be teachers is something for the future for the Nayada Institute. And yeah, I'd like to leave a legacy where, I have 4 courses that I'm teaching now, and, some products and things for therapists who have an interest in teaching, to have a future in doing that, to either augment their income or have that be something that they do full time.
And the thing is, you're an older adult, but the thing is, you actually run circles around people half your age.
I'm incredibly powerful and well fit. I mean, truth be told, let's face it. No, we're just staying fit is important. Exercising is important. Yoga and good exercise, eating right, all those good things. I want to do a series on fitness, well-being, self-massage, and self-treatment. Those will all be coming in the future, so that we'll have like an online library on our website where people can go in and pick and choose just about anything they want to be able to do in their career, from staying fit and how to exercise or stretch or self-massage maybe in between sessions. Because let's face it, our business is taxing, and you have to stay fit on a lot of different levels to have a long career. So that'll be coming along too. So I want to share with people, what I've learned.
Yep. And then there's an echo.
Say that again.
There's an echo in your computer.
There's an echo of the computer.
Yeah,
okay.
when I talk.
All right, I'll continue to speak. Is there still an echo going on, Ryan?
Let me see. Yeah, there's yeah.
Oh boy.
Um,
I can't hear it on this end, obviously, but how bad is it?
I can hear it on my end.
Hmm. So, well, we might have to cut it short.
Oh.
Having a glitch.
or I'll just ask a quick question, then you can answer. With Costa Rica, how'd you come up with that then?
Well, I've been there 8 different times, and you know, I fell in love with the place a long time ago, and I always wanted to bring groups of people there to share the natural beauty of Costa Rica. So this year in October, we have a destination training on the West Coast at the beach for Thai for the Table course, and that's October 1st through 8th. So I'm excited to be able to offer that, and we'll be doing more of that in the future.
And have you you want to plan on doing those on a regular basis then?
You're breaking up a little bit too, so say that over again a little slower.
Here, let me see. Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right.
I can hear you.
Yeah, this last spring I had a group of 16 people for a Thai massage training there, and you know, I wrote an article in Massage Magazine, I think in the last issue, about destination training and what people can get out of it, and the camaraderie and the bonding and the renewal was very present for people. In fact, a lot of those people are staying in contact with each other, even though it's been many weeks since we've had the course. It creates like a family atmosphere, and it's really important, I think, for us to have those times where we get away from the daily grind, so to speak, immerse ourselves in a learning environment with our colleagues.
And then how many days is that usually?
You're breaking up pretty bad.
Yep.
Say that again.
It's how many days is your training usually?
It'll be 8 days, 7 nights, and it'll be the full 24 to 30 hours of training, but it'll still allow us plenty of time for excursions and beach time and things like that.
And that's a huge write-off. That's what's nice about it too, right?
Well, yeah, you know, destination trainings, any trainings are tax write-offs as long as you're overnight. And of course, yeah, that would be a huge tax write-off for people, as well as getting, you know, connected and getting to visit paradise, as it's called.
Yeah.
It is like paradise. And, nothing like a week at the beach to renew yourself.
Yep. Can you hear me better now?
Brian,
can you hear me? Can you adjust your speakers at all on your computer?
I can give that a try.
Yeah, just turn your speakers down.
Let's see, there's a speaker button here.
Yep.
How's that?
Can you hear me now?
I can still hear you. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, just turn it all the way off maybe.
All right,
Or
I'll turn it
I mean
all the way up.
halfway at least.
All right, go ahead and see if I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now? Perfect.
No, I cannot.
Okay, just turn it up a little bit.
All right, how's that?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, well just awesome. Okay.
You want me to click on this video button to see if my
Try that.
lips start moving?
You went away again. Okay, you're trying
I went away again.
Yeah.
How's this? I don't know. It seems to be moving on my computer.
Oh, now, hey, you're back.
Hey, I'm back! Yay!
Yep.
My lips are moving. It's Japanese. I really think so.
Yep. And where are some places that you're going to be at this year?
We're going to be all over the eastern seaboard. My gosh, from I'm teaching a course in Toronto right now. We're going to be in and out of New England, down to Atlanta, of course, in Richmond, let's see, in North Carolina, we definitely have 3 courses scheduled in August. In Florida, you know, people will need their CEs there, so we will be doing the body saver and the no thumbs there. And then, yeah, so we're pretty much all over the Eastern Seaboard. We're going to be in Chicago with a course in September or October. And then, of course, we have the Costa Rica training in October. And then we've got some West Coast and Arizona courses already scheduled for early next year. So we're pretty much expanding and growing at a pretty exponential rate. Big word there.
Yep.
And so it's been really, it's really been fun, you know, developing the courses, growing the business, and having my work be, you know, accepted now and known. So it's been fun getting to know a lot of people in the industry, and of course, teaching is my passion. So there's nothing more fun than leading a group of people and having them leave with some new skill and techniques that they can incorporate immediately into their practice.
And then what part in Florida? Because somebody here, Herb is his name, he's from Florida area.
Yeah, we're going to be in West Palm Beach, Orlando, and Tampa. And that's all going to be all within like a 10-day period, you know.
And how long are your classes usually?
All the classes, most of them are 2 days. The Body Saver, No Thumbs course is 2 days. The Advanced Chair Massage course is 2 days. The Thai for the Table course is either taught in a 2 or a 3-day format. The Thai certification, of course, is 60 hours in length. So that is usually taught in a 4-day for part 1 and a 3 to 4 day part 2. But, you know, they can be broken up, you know, into different, like 4 weekends, we could do the Thai certification training and get the 60 hours in, but becomes travel issues for people sometimes.
Yeah. And do you focus much on the Sen lines at all?
Yeah, the energy channels and energy meridians are an intrinsic part of what Thai massage is all about, as, you know, they believe that the body is made up of elemental energy and elemental forces, and that these, you know, energy channels or energy meridians or Sen lines deliver deliver the energy to all parts of the body and connect in and out of the various orifices of the body. So it's a pretty unique and beautiful methodology, you know, incorporating, you know, a lot of assisted stretching along with compressions and acupressure along those energy channels. So it's kind of neat in a way that you're moving and applying work along those channels at the same time. And you see that a lot in the whole Body Saver method, whether it's in the chair or on the table or on the floor.
And how many Sen lines were there back in the day? And I think there's only 10 really documented now.
Yeah, there's basically 10 major Sen lines, but they say there's as many as 72,000, one for each hair follicle, because technically a hair follicle is an orifice.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, when you move and stretch the body, you're automatically stretching those energy channels and energy meridians. I think that's one of the reasons why, you know, Thai massage is so energizing, as well as relaxing, and has a wonderful balance for people. And that's why I like to incorporate it in all the technique that I teach.
And what does the average Thai therapist over in Thailand consider Americans? A lot of times they'll add extra things into their treatments and stuff. Do they have any thoughts and beliefs about that? Do you know?
No, I couldn't really answer that effectively. Sorry about that.
Okay.
I could have just said yes.
Yeah.
When my students ask me a question that I can't answer, I always say, well, if I just say yes, that's always a better answer than I don't know. I'll just say yes.
You know, And Gloria was asking you if you ever take people to Thailand at all to
You know, I
study.
haven't done that. The trip is enormously long and very expensive now. It's very hot there.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be out of the question for in the future, but um, Central America is a lot closer,
Yeah.
uh,
And don't
a
you
lot
guys?
more affordable, and I don't feel the need to really go back right now. But at some time in the future, it's definitely possible. You know.
And don't you kind of set up your classes in Costa Rica around the off season in a way too to make it a little bit cheaper?
Yeah, yeah, we try to get there in the off season, so they call it the green season, and it makes it more affordable for people. That's what we're trying to do. Make it affordable and allow people to have some fun, get away from the daily grind, get with their colleagues, immerse themselves in a modality, but also immerse themselves in being with people. And just getting that spiritual renewal that comes from being in the elements and being with people of like kind, that can support you in your practice, which is nice too, because we all need a little bit of that, getting
Yeah.
support from our friends.
Yeah, because it seems like a lot of therapists are really isolated. It seems.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that's one of the nice things about conferences, as well as any kind of trainings, but in particular destination trainings. I know Gloria leads Lomi Lomi groups to Hawaii, and I definitely want to train with her. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But any place where it's warm and breezy and there's sunshine and sand and palm trees, take me there.
And are your classes, do they incorporate the lodging and the food and stuff too?
Yeah, like the trip in Costa Rica, we're at a beautiful 4-star boutique hotel, so we're definitely not sleeping in tents. And we'll be right at the beach. So we've decided that the dinners are mostly going to be, well, there's two sumptuous dinners included and full breakfast every day. People will be on their own for lunch, and then a few dinners, about 5 dinners. But there's 4 or 5 really wonderful restaurants within 10 minutes walk of the hotel that are quite amazing. There's like a tapas restaurant that'll kind of like blow your face off. And then you can walk to the top of this hill and overlook 2 beaches and eat your mahi-mahi there, So I didn't want to limit people to eating this, at the hotel every day when there's such amazing restaurants nearby. Then people can choose what they want. If they want to, go to the local market and buy some fruit and have that for lunch, this way it keeps the expenses down,
And then, can you explain what a tapas is?
Tapas. No, it's Spanish food. I'm not going to get into it. Look it up online. I hear you have some skill in that.
And somebody in the chat thought you said topless.
No, can't go there.
No. Yeah, so tapas, I myself have eaten at tapas. It's nice. You get to pick and choose. Do you get to pick and choose at your tapas?
Yeah, it's like all these different hors d'oeuvres, and of course with the fresh food and fruits and vegetables and seafood and all that's in Costa Rica, it makes for some very exciting eating. And that's one of the nice things about being on a destination training too. Some new and different foods, and makes it fun too. You have to pamper yourself a little bit. We work hard, right?
Yep.
I think we just deserve a little bit of a break, too.
And with all that body work, do people get really sore the next day or two and stuff, or what are people's reactions?
We'll be training no more than 5 hours per day, and only let's say 5 days out of that 8 will we be training, you know. So there'll be plenty of time for excursions, going to the beach, and relaxing too. And then we'll do some group exercises too. As a yoga teacher and all of that, I've done some pretty nice and fun group exercises. We'll do yoga on the beach, maybe in the morning or in the evening. You definitely have to be sitting at the beach for the sunset. We're on the west coast now of Costa Rica, so you want to be available for the sunset, which is about 6 p.m. So it makes it kind of a nice spiritual way to end the day. So we're going to be very very creative and co-creative with the group.
And you'll need a passport then too, or?
You do need a passport, you know, but other than that, suntan lotion, a good hat, and a smile on your face, and you're ready to go.
Do you ever perform the stuff right on the beach then too?
Well, you know, it's interesting that you say that, because they do massage right on the beach there underneath the palm trees. One of the nice things about Costa Rica is no one's allowed to cut the trees down at the beach. They're not allowed to build within 150 feet of like the high tide mark. So just about every beach in Costa Rica has a lot of the natural vegetation still there. So there's shady places. So, oh, I don't know, we might get the tables down underneath the shady trees and do a little bit of work, or maybe at least some practice, you know. But we do have a beautiful, large, air-conditioned conference room where we'll be doing most of the heavy lifting and learning. And then there'll be some opportunities for getting close to the ocean and possibly doing a little work on the beach.
And do you ever use the locals do you ever massage them too while you're there?
Well, actually, the local massage therapists are being invited to the course. We'll be taking the course only. I would love to have it be a multicultural experience for both groups, you know, so that we can learn from each other. There's a real need down there for massage therapists to give more training. So this will be, that's one of my goals too, is to have regular trainings in Costa Rica, but also have Costa Ricans there. They're really beautiful and warm people.
And what is their main language they speak?
They speak Spanish, but a lot of the Costa Ricans do speak English, or some English, because you know, Costa Rica is the ecotourism capital of the universe, you know, with 8 different climate zones in the country the size of Switzerland. It's pretty much on the map now. There's hundreds of thousands of North Americans living down there, retiring down there. So.
And you don't need to really know Spanish at all in order to survive down there then?
No, and especially not if you're going for, you know, a training down there, you know. All the hotel staff and all of that, they all speak English. And at every restaurant or business that you go to, people speak enough English to get by, you know.
No,
but you know what's more important is the people are friendly and they're willing to accommodate you. And, you know, if you need something, they'll work with you. So that's one of the things I like about Costa Rica, is the people are so warm and generous. You know, they have over a 95% literacy rate there in Costa Rica. It's pretty amazing.
Well, and then are things affordable there?
Well, I wouldn't say it's cheap, you know. So is it affordable? I think it's affordable, yeah. But I wouldn't say it's like dirt cheap, you know. I would say if you go out to a restaurant on the beach, you know, you can expect to pay anywhere from, you know, $8 to $15 for, let's say, fresh fish. It's not huge. It's not crazy. I mean, bearing in mind where you're at, I think it's cheap.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. You want to go, don't you? You really want to go to this thing, I can tell.
Yep.
You're going to have to be much nicer to me, though, if you're going to go to Costa Rica.
Please. And what's the cap of how many people you usually bring there?
I think about 20.
Okay.
You know, and if we have more people than that, I have 2 amazing assistants that are very interested in going to Costa Rica and coming along and helping to train people. So, you know, the hotel. I mean, we're not really limited to a number.
And what is Costa Rica known for?
Uh, natural beauty, you know. Like I said, there's eight different climate zones, so and it's not that spread out where you can't get, you know, from the beach into the mountains or jungle or near a waterfall or a live volcano or something like that. So it's nice you can do some really cool live excursions. Like there'll be a whole day where people will be able to go on a river rafting tour or a horseback riding tour or go visit the Arminal volcano, which is a long all-day trip, but a lot of people love it. Or, you know, go out and do some inshore fishing or, you know, scuba diving. I mean, you name it. It's like activity center. So you can chill as much as you want or be as active as you want, and all do that, do all of that under the sunshine. But, you know, in October we could get some rain. You know, that is the green season. And in the rainy season there, or the green season, a lot of times it'll rain in the afternoon for a few hours and then clear up in the evening. And the mornings are usually clear. So probably at the time that we'll be in the workshop space, you know, we'll have, there might be a thunderstorm or something like that. Thunderstorms are beautiful in Costa Rica. Remember, the rain is warm.
Oh.
and so is the ocean. You can
Oh.
swim in the ocean for hours there. It's not cool or cold at all. And it's really nice. So when I was there last month, we arrived at the beach late in the day, and we ended up walking out onto the beach under a full moon. And the moon was reflecting off the wet sand as well as coming from the sky, because that's normally where the moon is. And then it was also reflecting off the water at the same time. And then behind us, there was a thunderstorm way behind us, and it was flashing, and that was flashing off the wet sand too. So it was kind of one of those magical moments. And then, of course, we went swimming under the full moon. That's a lot of fun. Everybody needs to do that.
And do you have to have any certain kind of shots before you go there?
Not for Costa Rica.
Okay, because I know my wife's from the Philippines, and there's certain
Yeah,
shots are recommended
like
and
when you
stuff.
travel to Thailand, you need some very extensive shots. And that's one of the things people a lot of times don't do, because, you know, they have things like hepatitis there and stuff, and, you know, that's pretty deadly. So you need a series of shots, and you need to get those before you do any travel to Southeast Asia.
Okay, so is there any other kind of recommendations or anything else when you're going there? Are you supposed to pack really light so you can bring a lot of
You know, we'll have all that
souvenirs back?
information on the website for the course, and we'll have a complete listing of like what to bring and things like that. But your basic vacationing beach stuff, and maybe a light raincoat if you're going to go up in the mountains or be by a waterfall, and some good hiking shoes in case you want to walk through the water on the sand, and of course suntan lotion.
And you don't have to bring a massage table though, right?
No, we'll have the tables there. So, you know, we need one table for every 2 students, so we'll have that there and available for people.
Okay, and you make people pair up with other people constantly then, or?
During the course, people will pair up, and then we'll switch partners throughout the course so that you get a chance to practice. And there'll be ample practice time too, so we'll be able to refine the movements, refine the sequencing. So people should be able to leave that course and be able to start using Thai for the Table, which will be that course, you know, just about immediately with their clients. And then, of course, we'll have a DVD to back that up, too, for people so that they can continue to practice and refine their moves from that.
Yeah, because I think workshops, a lot of times people are really into it while they're there, but when they get back, they forget about it, and then they just never use this stuff sometimes. So,
Not my workshops.
okay.
No, they're user friendly. You know, it's like be able to. That's one of the keys, I think, to what I wanted to create when I designed the courses. It's like I want people to be able to use this work immediately. And that's what a lot of therapists say. I'm able to use the work immediately with my clients and get great feedback, you know. I mean, that doesn't mean you have to have complete and full mastery. It just means you have enough skill that you can start incorporating it and using it, and then little by little, you know, you master the work, you know. And we're going to have all of that backed up with online training, so people can either have a membership into our website so that they can click on and go, all right, there's a 5-minute sideline shoulder girdle technique, or there's all those neck range of motion movements in supine position, or here's all the work I can do on feet, with my fists and knuckles and forearms, or here's all the hand technique. This way people can take little by little, break it down. It'd be nice to have that all available on an app too. So we're working on using technology for the best advantage of massage therapists.
So you got an app for that?
We're working on it.
Okay. And is there something you're developing right now too?
Yeah, I've got my second new invention is right now being patented as we speak, and I will be introducing that at the World Massage Festival. I'm excited about that, and but I can't tell you anything about it till it's fully patented. Otherwise, I'd have to kill you, Ryan. But it's kind of combining two of the latest, hottest kind of like modalities that people are using now and getting trained in, combining them together and then creating a whole new methodology and how they can be used. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah. Will you have a DVD out on that too?
Oh, eventually, yeah. I want to have a DVD right with it. But can't say too much more about it, but people are going to love it. And let's put it this way. If you like, hot stone massage and bamboo massage and those types of things, I think you'll like this new product because it incorporates kind of like the best of all of those and eliminates some of the negative things from any of those.
So it's a huge smorgasbord.
I can't say anymore.
We almost got it out of you.
I want to tell you everything, but not now.
We almost got it out of you.
Yeah.
Come on.
Trouble.
So in July, that's when you're gonna let the world know about it, then, right?
Let the world know about my next new big thing. The next big thing.
Okay. Really big, really big. Okay, so if people wanted to get a hold of you, you can actually call, it looks like, too, right?
Yeah, we actually answer the phones. People can call me on my cell phone and talk about my courses or products or whatever. I love to talk to my students and prospective students, about their practice and how we can make a difference for them.
Yep. And I'm just putting your phone number up now, so I'm going to let the world know about it.
Oh, right. Better.
Yeah.
Making me step late here, on all of this.
Do you have to teach tomorrow at all?
I'm actually not tomorrow. I do have a course Monday. Okay. So I see I'm locked up again, huh?
Yep.
Oh, that's a lovely picture. I'm gonna click on that again to see if I can get my my face up there.
Okay. There you go. Okay, now you're scaring me. Okay, so if people want to get a hold of Patrick, NayadaUSA.com is the best way.
Either myself or my business manager, Tina Dietz, who is a wonder and joy to work with, by the way. And just drop us a line or let us know what your needs are. If you have any questions about anything, we're happy to talk to you.
Yeah, you must be tired. You're kind of mellow tonight.
Oh, this is way past my bedtime.
7 o'clock usually, or Okay, so you want to get that booked if you're going to go to Costa Rica really soon. Then you want, does it take a while to get everything organized for people when they're doing that?
It's a $1,600 trip. We've got a $1,400 early bird registration. Okay, and the early bird registration is July 1st. So people register for July 1st. You save $200 basically, and it's a $500 non-refundable deposit, and that reserves your space. Now the hotel, it's not huge. I mean, they have like 30 rooms, so it's not like it's an enormous place and something like that. So, register early and register often, as they say. It's going to be fun because, because I've been there so many times, I can direct people on where to go, what to do, and I'm very familiar with this area of Guanacaste province and this whole area up and down the beach on the Nicoya Peninsula, which is just stunning.
And then you can walk to most places then around. Yeah, you can walk to most places around there then, right?
Yeah, you can walk any place up and down the beach. Taxis up to the beach just north and just south are in the $4 to $5 to $6 range. So if you want to go south to Cocoa Beach where the partying is, you hop in the cab and you can go down there and for $5 and get back for about the same amount. And you can share taxis, of course. So, it's kind of Playa Hermosa is fairly quiet beach, but one beach south is where the partying's going on. So it's available.
Okay.
And lots of fun there too, because boy, those Costa Ricans can dance. Let me tell you, it's fun to watch.
Okay, it's been a pleasure tonight. I better let you get your beauty sleep then, right?
Yeah, you better let me get my beauty sleep. Anyway, it's been really great, Ryan. Thank you so much for hosting me again.
Yep.
And it's been great to be on the program. You're doing great work, man, and everybody loves you. You're a great guy. Thanks.
Thanks, man. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in.